scotch. Sometimes she remembers to reimburse me for it.
Well, Kelly said, I hope the cops clear this up soon. This may sound terrible, but I can't wait to get my hands on her private papers.
I guess archivists have their priorities, I said, looking at David and rolling my eyes.
It's the book, Kelly replied. I'm writing her biography, and she held back a bunch of her private papers until after she died. If I can get them, I can finish the book and publish it. I get half the royalties, and the other half goes to her estate.
Assuming that wasn't why she was killed and the papers haven't been stolen, I said.
Kelly shook her head. No, most of them are in the archives in the library. She may have more in her rooms, though. I must say, this isn't the ending I expected.
David shook his head. I doubt anyone waited until she was 85 to kill her over some old papers. Hell, she has to have outlived all of her enemies.
Maybe she levitated out the window, I said. Kelly shrugged. If she could levitate, she wouldn't have needed the stair lift.
Would you like some wine? I asked David as I stood to go refill my glass. Kelly, a refill? When both of them said yes, I simply brought the bottle out with a fresh glass for David. A few minutes later, Lieutenant Sam Kagan of the Wicklow City Police strolled over to us. I've already spoken with Dr. Hamilton. Did either of you see or hear anything?
Kelly and I shook our heads. You folks were already here when I came by after I got off work, Kelly said.
The first I knew anything had happened was when I heard the sirens, I told him. I was out in the greenhouse. Any signs of a struggle? Or maybe someone searched the place for hidden treasure once they tossed her out? He gave me an exasperated look. We don't know what happened. The window is open, and she fell out. Yeah, I said. Pretty clumsy of her. You'd think she'd know where that window was after living there for 30 years. I don't need you doing any amateur sleuthing. Of course not. I barely knew the woman. I had actually had dinner with her once at the faculty club. She invited me, asked a lot of nosy questions, and stuck me with the bill. Otherwise, the extent of our relationship was to exchange greetings on the occasional times we passed each other while walking about the campus. I had promised Kelly that I would proofread the chapters as she finished them. I also offered to format the manuscript. I had published 2 books of my own and remembered the picky little things my editors had whined about.
Kagan started to turn away, but I called to him. Lieutenant?
Yes, Dr. Robinson.
Please don't forget to clean out the refrigerator.
I gave him my sweetest, poisonous smile. He glowered at me, and I batted my eyes at him. The police had barred entrance to the last murder scene at Wicklow for 6 months, and the refrigerator had turned into a toxic mess. In the end, they didn't clean the refrigerator. They just threw it away. What did she teach? I asked, as the wine ran out and I started thinking about dinner. She was an illusionist, David said. She also had some talent as an alchemist. Quite a strong witch. Both talents would have been rather handy when she was with the CIA.
Is that real? I asked. I mean, did she really work for the CIA?
Other than as a secretary?
I'll let you know as soon as I can get my hands on all her papers, Kelly said. Supposedly that's why she held them back. Top secret, you know. She said if the book came out before she died, the spooks in Washington would come looking for her.
What did your father have to say about that? I asked.
Kelly's father was English, and had spent most of his career stationed in the U.S.
Based on a few things she had said, I suspected he was with MI6.
Kelly shrugged. He said his contacts in U.S. intelligence had heard of her, but he's 20 years younger than she was. I'm hungry. Anyone else?